Sedgefield hole 11. This one's a downhill approach. It's actually pretty flat from this position. Put in my initial parameters. Um, 3.6 for max. Fairly large arc, so this is this is going to roll out, which from memory I know it does, this sort of down sloping green. So I might just put full backspin on that to minimise my distance from hole. Straighten up my shot view. Disappearing arc is annoying. Ordering tailwinds. I'll probably set it back a touch for that, knowing that it's pretty decent downslope and roll out. Have a look from this side. Yeah, I don't want to go too far back than that, but I fear I might need to, but I'm going to go with that. So 3.6 and 3.2. Right. So 2.12. Okay, so just looking at that hole, there's a decent right to left slope there. So this setup, I'm going to, before I do any adjustments, I'm just going to be one tick to the right. Because if the shot landed where this shot view is going, it'll hit the deck and roll slightly to the left towards the pin. So that's going to be my base point for my adjustments. So 2.6, I'm pulling back and down a decent slope here. So for this wind, I would do 2 ticks to the left on a flat green, but with that slope, I'm actually going to go 2 ticks back, so I'm actually going to leave it where it was. So what that's saying is by pulling down here to 2.12 is going to offset the movement to the right by that 2.6 quartering tailwind. I could be wrong. It could be. might have gone 1 tick too far, but it's not second guess myself and just play it how I've assumed. So. Maybe 1 tick too far, as I suggest.
So that miss on the right side, can you explain why you think that missed right?
So I pulled back to the right 2 ticks, assuming that down slope where I was pulling to was 2 ticks worth, but it was only 1 tick worth. So I should have just moved the 1 tick instead of the 2, and that would have dropped.
Again, pulling down that slope, you're over adjusting, so that represents probably 1 or 2 ticks to the right.
If that was a full on side wind and I was pulling directly down that slope to the left, that would have been a 2 tick adjustment. But a quartering tailwind, it was clearly the one, only the one.
That's something that I've been noticing is sort of, it's one thing to pull down a slight downhill, like a green, like a close house, or maybe even like some of the Whispering Pines ones where it's the slopes are fairly gradual. On a course like this where the slopes are so severe, just like you were saying earlier, with sort of doubling your adjustments for those elevation changes, that's something that I've been kind of thinking about is, when it's a more severe slope you're pulling down, is increasing the offset based on that severity.
Well, on some of those yak greens, some of the par threes that you've advanced.
Sorry, you broke up a little bit there.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
On some of those Yas greens, I'm making 3 or 4 tick adjustments just because I'm pulling significantly up or down a slope, depending on where I'm landing and the wind direction.
So the severity of that
Yep.
slope.
Yep.
Right on. Okay.